Hey everyone, Carlopix here, and today I thought I would work on this lovely stained glass Alice in Wonderland diamond painting. So let's get diamond painting. Baby is currently napping, so I'm trying to get in some craft time here, and I want to start a new section. But now I'm like, how do I get in there? How do I lift this up? I haven't switched this pot over yet to baking paper, but I plan to do that soon. Plan to. Whether that really happens or not remains to be seen. Come on, almost there. Alright. Alright, we're gonna work on the top. Let me give you an update on what's happening here so far. So I've done 4 sections here in the middle, and it's okay. There are some popping jewels, but they're only, it's it's not as bad as I thought it was, but there are 4 missing drills, and I have no idea where they are, but yeah, they're gone, and so I'll need to replace them. 5, I'll need to replace them at some point, but I guess I expected more, because with the Chinese good luck painting I did, there were heaps more with that one, so I don't know, maybe this would be okay enough. So we shall see. But yeah, let's just continue for now. And what color do I need for 4? Alright, so this one is always there's always heaps of it, but it's coming along. It's looking pretty good. You can see Alice and her arms and the dress. It looks nice. I mean, it looks kind of fuzzy because they tried to use too many colors, I feel. But, yeah. That's just my opinion. And it'll probably look better further away anyways. Need to load up. So I have been watching more movies while baby's playing and stuff like that. Just watching my collection or watching some Netflix and stuff like that. And I was watching Gremlins, which is a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's not that scary, but it is classified as a horror movie. But I did not know. So basically, these evil gremlins come from the misuse of a cute monster, a cute little creature called a mogwai. And in the movie, they name him Gizmo. And then, if you feed him after midnight or get them wet or expose them to really bright light, well, actually it's just the first 2, he spawns these gremlins. So yeah, so anyways, Gizmo, his name is Gizmo, but he is called a mogwai. That's the name of the creature. And I just found out that mogwai literally means monster in Cantonese. And in the movie, I know what's missing here. I need my light pad. In the movie, mogwai, or Gizmo, was purchased from a Cantonese shop. He was purchased from a guy in a Cantonese shop. So yeah, it makes complete sense, and I didn't know it. It kind of blew my mind when I heard about it. Oh, that's so much better. blew my mind, and I was like, oh wow, that's incredible. It literally means monster. So, you know, like, the clue was there the whole time. And I'm sure people have already made this clear, but of course I didn't know. But yeah, it's not a new find by any means, I'm sure. But I just thought I thought that was smart. Very smart. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm trying to learn Cantonese, but definitely had not learned that word. I don't even know how to pronounce it, like what tones to use and everything. So maybe that's something I should learn. Although I'm sure it would be completely useless. But I watched Gremlins, and then I proceeded to watch Gremlins 2. Now, don't hate, but I happen to like Gremlins 2 a lot more. Because it's more fun, I feel, and it's more creative, because there's heaps more gremlins in it, but they all have their own personality, and it's just funny to me, really funny. I enjoy it. And yeah. With that being said, I really enjoy really, really, really bad horror movies. Like, just god-awful horror movies, particularly 80s horror movies. I love those. I mean, of course I like, you know, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. But I like even the more obscure 80s horror movies. Man, I love them. Chopping Mall. Like, what are some others? I can't even think of the names right now off the top of my head. I also like Italian horror. Like Suspiria. Man, that one wrecks you. But yeah, really bad horror movies. Love it. Because they make me laugh. They don't make me, you know, scared or anything. They're like comedies to me, which is, I guess, the wrong reason to be watching a horror movie, but hey, it is what it is. I prefer that over other bad movies like Sharknado. That was a bit too much for me. I like good horror movies too. I won't forget about those. I like another one that I've watched relatively recently was Wicker Man, the original one. Oh man, that movie is so good. It's just so much happening in that movie where, you know, nothing is as it seems, but it's exactly as it is, and it's just trippy. I like it. Very good movie. The remake, on the other hand, is a disgrace. It didn't make any sense. They should have just left it alone. And everybody by now knows about Nick Cage's iconic bees. I'm like, that just wrecked the whole movie. I'm just trying to think of what other bad horror movies I've seen recently. Can you guys suggest any bad horror movies? I'm always up for watching new ones. Or any good horror movies. I'll you know, widen the search. I'm always interested in watching horror movies. I do, oddly enough, like the Conjuring universe. So I like The Conjuring. I like Annabelle. I like The Nun. Everybody hated it, but I liked it for some reason. What else? What else is in that universe? The Conjuring. I think that's it. The Conjuring and the Annabelle movies. Yeah. So I like that whole universe. I like Ed and Lorraine Warren and stuff. I found it very interesting. How everyone, like, I believe they were officially debunked. I believe. But I like how just this universe that they've created is just so deep and, you know, encapsulating, and I don't know. I just found it very, very interesting. There was Insidious. I didn't enjoy that too much. It was okay. It was very okay. I guess I don't like all bad horror movies. Dig. So I mentioned a few videos ago that I had a guilty pleasure of watching Paternity Court on TV, and how I was getting really into it and loving the drama. Forgot to mention that I've also been watching 90 Day Fiancé. Have you guys seen that? That show is also ridiculous. So lately I haven't seen a full episode. I've been mostly watching, recaps and people's commentaries and stuff like that. But I've been recently watching all the ones about Big Ed and Rose. So much drama there. Ridiculous drama. And now it's spread on social media and everything. Like, I don't know how much of it is real or, just put on to create social media like performance or anything like that. But it's ridiculous. But I'm loving it. It's not my drama. I'm happy about it. I saw on Instagram that Stitcherisa, another cool YouTuber, has been watching movies on Netflix, I think she said. Anyway, she mentioned Creep, and I had seen that movie, and it's a weird movie. Like, it's spooky, but it doesn't go in the direction that you think it would go in. Like, so for the whole movie, basically, I was like, what is gonna happen? You know ultimately what the ending is gonna be, but you're like, how is it gonna get there? And for the whole movie, it was just bizarre in that journey. It was just weird. And the second one was the same. It was like, well, the second one, I didn't really know how the ending was gonna go because it kept flipping. So I don't know. It was a very strange movie, but I did watch all of it. It kept me entertained for the whole duration. So yeah, I guess it did its job. Such very interesting movies on Netflix these days. And there's lots of B-grade horror movies. I love it. Although right now I'm watching the Halloween remake. I can't really watch movies all in one go, like the whole movie in one go. Usually have to get up for something baby related. But I've been watching watching that today, and that's interesting. I didn't know they remade it with Jamie Lee Curtis as well. So that means it is approved. And the beginning is just weird. Like, Michael Myers is a real guy in like maximum security insane asylum, and these, I guess, reporters are trying to talk to him, and they hold out his mask, and then all of the other insane people in the area go crazy. They're like, you can feel it, can't you? I'm like, what is going on here? This is hokey. So yeah, I gotta finish that one. It's gonna be real good. Real good, real hokey. I am going super slow here. I'm getting excited about watching these horror movies. You know what though? I can watch horror movies, but I can't read horror stories. At least not when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Because there's no... You have to use your imagination more. You know, you imagine the picture that the words are describing, and my imagination is usually far worse for me, you know, to imagine something horrible. And so I really scare myself sometimes reading horror stuff. I love it. I love horror comics as well, man. It's good stuff. But I have to read it, like, you know, during the day when there are people around me. So I don't get scared. I think I read one... I don't even remember. It was like some sort of, you know, compilation book or something. And like the beginning of it, I don't even remember what the story was about, but there was this one part where this guy was in a house, there were no lights, so he had a lantern, like, you know, it was old times, and he what happened, the lantern went out, but right before it went out, he saw a face come up to him, like really close to his face, and blow it out. And that tripped me up for a little while. I was like, ah, to see a face like that, you know, right before your lights go out, you know you're not alone. So yeah, stuff like that. And you know, it's just the words describing it, and it's you, the reader, who turns it into a picture in your head. And you know, you're your own worst enemy when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think the story was any good. I don't remember it after that. Pretty sure I finished reading it but was bored or something. I don't know. Who knows? Alright. I think that is it for this color. Looks like it. Alright. Cool. That means I am going to end this episode here. I can only get down to one color when I do real time. I am that slow. Need to kick it up, really. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this diamond painting so far. If you have any more advice as to what I should be doing to make it less junky, less of a horrible diamond painting. But yes, please stay safe, please stay happy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!